supposing you brought the light inside the body, which you can do either through the skin or in some other way. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning? Because you see it gets on the lungs and it does a tremendous number on the lungs. So it'd be interesting to check that. So that you're going to have to use medical doctors with. But it sounds interesting to me.
It's Laughing Through It with Carol Metcalf-Roth. Tonight, Carol Zooms with actor and producer of the stage show A Life in Boobs, Jennifer Trachtenberg. Comic and PhD in psychology, Laura Hayden. Writer, comic, and voiceover artist, Madalena Fossatti. Comedian, public speaker, and world traveler, Samantha Bearman. And special guest, astronaut and educator, Dottie Metcalf-Lindenberger. And now, here's Carol.
Good evening. Welcome to the show. My name is Carol Metcalf-Roth, and welcome to Laughing Through It, because we need to laugh now more than ever. So, everybody like my dress? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. This is my stepping out dress, audience, to check the mail. That's about it now. That's the highlight of my day. But when I go out to get the mail, I take my time to get back to the house and do a fashion show. Got my sexy on. Pose. I always enjoy it. All my girlfriends applaud. It was a little awkward, though. A guy in a big black pickup truck pulled up, rolled down the window. How much? And I'd like a discount because we're in the pandemic. Cheapskate. So anyway, I went home to Big Daddy. I married the only germophobic scientist I could possibly find. So I've actually been in lockdown for 9 years. Everything has been scrubbed. He wears 2 pairs of rubber gloves on top of each other's now. I can't sleep at night because I hear the coronavirus is dying around us. And then he has to hear, well, was I right? Was I right? And I says, yes, Big Daddy, you were. I'm a naughty girl. So then he comes out with the double rubber gloves on, the mask, but with nothing else on. So there's been a plus. And it's helped our relationship to be in this lockdown situation. I will say this, that it's not just me that is a little bit off and we're a little paranoid. And I'll share this with you. I had a telemental meeting with my doctor. And he comes on, he's got gloves on, has a mask on like this, and he comes up to the camera and he's saying, and I said, finally, you can take down your mask. We're not going viral with this. So anyway, he got a big laugh out of it. I say, let's get started with the show. I've got some fantastic women on my panel tonight. So let's go, kids. All right. Well, let's get started on the show tonight. I'm very excited. We've got a great panel, but I'd like to introduce behind the scenes my wonderful producer tonight, and that is Dr. Bernard Big Daddy Roth.
Hey, honey. Big kiss.
And then my director and editor, Mr. Justin Gunn.
Hello, Carol. You looking fabulous tonight.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Is this your...
I got out of quarantine. I was thrilled, okay?
Wonderful, wonderful. Have a great show, Carol.
Thank you. I'm going to also introduce all my wonderful panelists tonight. I have such a great lineup, starting with Jennifer Goodman. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, gorgeous?
Good.
And then we've got the very talented and brilliant Laura Hayden. Hello, doctor.
Hello. Thank you kindly for having me.
Thank you. I can't wait to talk to you. And then we have the very lovely and talented Samantha Bearman. Hi, Samantha.
Hello.
Hi, sweetheart. And then last but not least, Madalena Fossatti. Hi,
Hey,
Madalena. I love you. I always love the beautiful roses and the flowers you wear. Stunning. Very nice. I'd like to check in with you, Jennifer, first. This is my first question of the evening.
Yes.
How do you think the pandemic has changed your sense of humor? Increased it, or you tell me?
I think it's made it bigger,
Yes.
a little more obnoxious,
More obnoxious. Okay.
like kind of don't care type thing.
Right. Right. Okay.
Definitely.
All right. Thank you. Kind of hop over to Laura. So, how has this affected your sense of humor?
Well, it hasn't affected my sense of humor at all. It's just changed the format in which we delivered jokes. It's a lot more global on one level and personal on another, which is crazy because when we did a show before, we couldn't see everybody in the audience. And now when we do these virtual shows, they can see into our house and we're seeing into theirs, And so you have to draw attention to the fact that there's a cat on the bed, you just can't.
Right.
Or the cat just crawled across the stage, or the kids are screaming in the background, which you didn't normally get at a comedy club. But now it's everybody can be anywhere. Like I did a show with guys from Spain the other night. So anywhere we can be a show with anybody in the world at the same time, but it's personal because it's in their home. So
yeah. Wow, that's a great observation. Yeah. That is absolutely fabulous. Thank you. Samantha, how has that kind of impacted your sense of humor?
I mean, I joke with some of my friends, like how many comics are gonna like make jokes about quarantine after it's finally over.
Right.
So we talked about like you're gonna need to start setting like at your shows like a 5 quarantine joke limit, like for the audience. Like we promise we're not gonna talk about something that like literally everyone went through for that long. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I still kept the funny. It gives me more time to work on things, but I also do feel like, the platform of telling jokes completely has changed.
Right.
And I'm now on TikTok, and I think it took a quarantine for that to happen. So that's how it's changed for me.
I love you, Sam. That was great. All right. Madalena, how has your sense of humor been impacted by this?
Well, everything is freaking funny. I mean, like, I am in my office laundry guest room, and I love that I have this blank canvas, but if you just only go, you can see my ironing.
Right.
But we're going to fix that right away.
Right.
Everything's funny.
Yeah.
I'm trying to monetize everything, And
yes.
Like I'm trying to figure out how to actually monetize cat barf. I have so much of it,
Tell it.
I'm sure there's
you guys are killing me.
Regurgitated pet food is. I think there's a market.
Yeah. Oh, and guess what? I finally get my cocktail from Big Daddy.
Here you go, honey.
Oh, we should do a toast.
Thank you.
Here's your cocktail, honey.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Here, cheers.
Cheers. All you beautiful girls, cheers.
Cheers.
How have you reconnected with friends or family during the quarantine?
So there's no family stuff, but I have been doing on Zoom trivia games. So I've been
and I was there the other night.
Yes,
and
you guys won. You killed it.
Damn! All right.
That has been so much fun. So I actually did reconnect with a woman that I met 20 years ago in Seattle who now lives in Bali. And she's on lockdown in Bali in a small village. So she's kind of going stir crazy. So so she's been a lot of fun to reconnect with. Plus all the people that just kind of pop in. We had a great show last night. So that's one of the things that's kept me sane.
Right.
It's a lot of fun. It keeps my brain going, coming up with trivia questions.
Yeah.
So that's been really like a huge positive for me during quarantine to come up with a way, because I've been doing pub quizzes in Santa Barbara for 13 years. So that was a big thing to be taken away. So I, tried to figure out a way to keep doing it. And it's been really, really fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. And guess what? You know, 'cause I'm going to tag on Laura.
I know. I'm all about trivia. Why am I not?
I know.
Oh yeah, we'll get you in on it.
I know you love trivia, cutie.
I post
so-
trivia every single day on my Facebook feed.
No way.
Instead of telling you,
I'll find you.
Yes, she does.
What I ate for breakfast.
Samantha, you've seen it. That's right. That's right. You put your little trivia thing every single day, and I
Every
love it.
single day, trivia today.
That's right.
What's the capital of Kentucky?
What was that?
What's the capital of Kentucky?
Yeah.
Bourbon.
That's my favorite question. Nobody knows it. You only know it if you're super smart or from Kentucky.
It's Lexingburg or something like that, I think.
No.
Frankfurt. is the
Yes,
capital.
Frankfurt. You
Frankfurt.
said Frankfurt. Was it Jennifer?
No, it was me. I lived there.
Samantha?
I know.
Damn.
You live there.
I know. And you were voted the funniest woman in Kentucky. Cheers.
Yeah, I beat out everyone's cousin/wife.
I know you did, girl.
Come on, sister. Nice.
Well, I got a drunk phone call from Uncle Bud, so that was fun.
I want a drunk call like that.
Yeah. It's
If
kind
you
of
pay me
funny.
$50, I'll drunk call you, and you can call me Uncle Bud.
I will, Samantha. You know I will, and we will tape it. That would be
Give me
hysterical.
something to do one night.
I won't tell you when or what time, and you
Okay.
will be inconvenienced.
Good.
I'm excited.
I
That's
will.
a business right there. The inconvenience phone call. That's $1
Yes.
million idea.
That's $1 million. That's
Pay
right.
someone to call
Yes.
someone else at an inconvenient time.
Brilliant.
It's a perfect time to prank call people.
Yeah.
Yes,
well,
it is. It is. That's correct. Because they're so lonely, they just want to connect.
Yeah, it's a
Tell
perfect
me
time
about
to prank
yourself
call.
after you've done this, you know.
Yeah, I sometimes I call random, like Apple. I was on the phone with Apple a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Every day for probably 2-3 hours dealing
Wow.
with my daughter's phone.
Yeah.
And I really connected with this woman that was
Yes.
helping me. And we talked about our kids and our partners and quarantine. I mean, she's like my best friend. So
Yeah.
I got to call her soon.
Yes. That's right. I think that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Because guess what? I'm going to put this out there, girls. Another thing I wrote down. Do you think we've all become kind of like therapists?
Oh yeah.
I think this has forced everybody to look at themselves a little closer because you have to spend so much time with yourself. So,
That's
yeah.
right.
And if you're uncomfortable with all this quarantine and being alone with yourself and everything, you have to figure out why. Why is
Yes.
this bothering you so much? And like I told you before, I think it's really affecting people differently, whether you're an extroverted person or introverted person. The introverted people are like, this is the way I told you I wanted to live my life forever. Get out there. You kept making me do stuff in front of people. I always wanted to just be in my house zooming people.
That's a great act. Keep going.
And then the people that are extroverts are like, what do you mean? They're like looking out the window. What do you mean I can't go outside and see people?
I know, that's me.
Yeah. And then the introverts are like, I'll bake bread and I'll call people when I want to.
Yeah. I'm beginning to look like that Edvard, Munch picture, The Silent Scream.
Yes.
Yeah, that's me, looking out the window every day.
Apparently, I am not as much of an extrovert as I thought I was. I'm kind of digging.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Apparently, I am much better at self-care than cleaning. So I'm the only person I know who hasn't cleaned a closet yet.
I haven't cleaned a closet
I
yet.
haven't.
Yeah, who's cleaned a closet?
No.
But check out my biceps. Yeah?
I just drink a lot.
You just drink a lot. Right.
But I have been teaching a Zoom fitness class.
Yeah.
So I actually have been working out 2 hours a day, but only from the waist up because nobody cares about anything else. But I'm serious. Look. That's
You don't need
wow,
it
you
now.
got some guns, girl.
Touched, ladies.
Well,
All right.
I actually work as
You
a
go,
physical
girl.
therapist,
All right.
and I've been
You don't need to do anything from the bottom down because all we're doing is Zooming from.
Yeah.
I mean, some of us are. I mean, who knows what you girls are doing?
I did totally spill all over myself.
I try to Zoom like to here to here.
I wear a mask when I Zoom.
So you need to do facial push-ups, right? That's all you need. You don't
If
have
you
to
want to really
exercise.
know how you do that, you work you work.
Oh my
these
God.
muscles right here,
Just leave that on
like that.
Do you see how great my teeth are?
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Because I've been bleaching my teeth.
They look really good.
I have.
Yeah.
I'm calling them my quarantine teeth.
You know what?
Write it down, right, girls? Write that down. Quarantine. I love it.
What
I'm
I just
wearing my
envisioned
retainer.
Yeah.
is the little sparkle. I don't know if it was a commercial when they tilt their head like this and they smile and there's a little sunshine on your teeth. You know what I'm talking about, or am I just?
Yes,
No,
no.
it's ringing a
You need
bell.
one.
Okay.
Right. Well, girls, I think I'm turning my husband gay because he's colored my hair twice now.
Oh my God! But that's like perfect. Like a straight gay husband is.
No, it is perfect. He's meticulous, right? He chooses my clothes. He chose this, and he does my
love that.
hair. Look how good he did.
Virgo. He's not a Virgo, is he?
No, he's a Libra. Oh, he's right in the cusp. Virgo, Libra. All right, this is another one. How have you helped others during quarantine and started new relationships?
Uh,
What do you think?
Oh, Carol.
I ended a relationship in the middle of quarantine.
You did.
How much can somebody annoy you that even in quarantine you're like, I'm seeing it's too much. You're
I'm
too
seeing other people.
we were
That's another great joke.
I didn't see him for like a month, and then I just one Friday I'm like, we have to end this because you're just even in quarantine, and I haven't seen you. You're too needy.
Well, everyone I feel like is needy in quarantine.
Yeah.
I
I
know,
agree.
but if they're calling you and texting you on the triple digits daily, it's too
Right.
much. It's too.
Yes.
How are you now? You know what? I'm
Triple
the same
digits?
amount of.
Oh, look at his gloves. Look at his
Oh,
gloves.
can you, Big Daddy, could you fill me in?
Hey, Daddy.
That's wild.
Oh my God.
Jealous.
A little.
For social distancing.
Thank you, panel. You were great, and I really enjoyed playing with you. Cheers. We got to discuss a lot. Now I'm going to bring out one of my family members, my second cousin, and her name is Dottie Metcalf-Lindenberger. I'm very honored to have her on tonight, and we're all going to ask her questions because she is very smart. She was under NASA, and she spent 15 days in space. And so we can ask her questions about isolation and how it can affect you. So I'm going to bring out Dottie Metcalf-Lindenberger.
I'm on.
Hi, Dottie.
Hello,
And isn't she adorable? She looks like my daughter, right? With the blonde hair. So Dottie, how are you today?
Yeah, I had a great day. I live in Washington State in Seattle, and we have just been able to start going out into our parks. And I'm an avid hiker and backpacker.
Me
And
too.
so, I know. I watch.
Yeah, you see me on Facebook. I'm always running. That's right.
And so we went. My daughter is now 13, so we went on a family hike, and it was amazing. It was just so nice not to see the same neighborhood route that I've been tracing for about 2 months.
Right.
So it was fantastic.
Great. Now, I really honor you on a serious note because you're brilliant, and I'm very proud of you. And I'm proud of you having Metcalf in your name, and you have wonderful parents,
I do.
Keith and Joyce. And I wanted to ask you a really quick question before I turn it over to my panel. Do you think your parents and their encouragement of you as a woman to go into sciences help propel you to where you are today?
I absolutely do. Yeah, I'm really proud of my mom who studied math and majored in it
Yes.
in a time when Title IX made it possible, right? When women hadn't been taking as much, although as you and I both know, we have a family
Yes.
member who studied the post rocks of Kansas. And so
Right.
there's women who have done a lot of science.
Yes.
We can name them off. But
Yes.
but it was really awesome to have a mom who believed in me and was
Yes.
a role model. And my dad, you know, so often
Right.
we need males who believe in us as well and reflect what is possible, even though we may not always see it around us, and we need champions. And so my dad was a great champion, always brought me into the garage to build stuff with him. And so even though I don't have a background in mechanical engineering, I feel like I knew a lot because my dad had all this
Wow.
woodwork and metal practices that he had used. So I really credit the opportunities I had. I'm not actually that brilliant. I just work really hard. I'm a really hard worker.
You're a really hard worker, yes.
I mean, I honestly think there's only a few really brilliant people in the world, and I know a few, but
Yeah.
the rest of us just work hard to
Right.
accomplish what we want to do.
I wanted to kind of, if you don't mind, my panel.
They're a great panel. I've been having so much fun.
I know, aren't they hilarious?
and laughing a lot.
I know.
But in silence. I've been in silence.
You've been in silence. But on a serious note, how long you were in space? I think 15 days. Was it?
That's right. That's right. I was in space 15 days. 11 of those days docked to the International Space Station with crew members who would be living there anywhere from. Well, most of the crew members were going to be there for 6 months at different time periods.
Wow.
Our crew was just, we were in space for 15 days.
And may I compliment you, because I consider you a feminist like I am. And did you know that my grandmother, Metcalf, Lucille St. Clair Metcalf, that she taught on the prairie of Kansas, and she was a suffragette. That's a fact.
I'm hoping everyone's voting this night.
Yes! Yes! So that's why I think I'm very proud of you, Dottie. I'm honored that you came on the show tonight. So can I open it up to my fellow brilliant?
Please. Yeah.
How long does it take to get to the space station? That's number one. Number two, is it true that everybody on the space station has to learn sign language? Because I read that they have
Brilliant.
to learn sign language in order to communicate from other people from other countries. Is that true that everybody on there has to have some rudimentary understanding of sign language?
Oh, so interesting. We don't do like American ASL, but we do say the sign language for like bad comm or no comm.
Wow.
But that comes from flight. And the same thing, like, because we fly in T-38 jets. And so if you are not able to hear your pilot, you'll often, they have little mirrors. And so you'll be like, down by your ear.
Right.
But maybe you can still speak. So we do we do some rudimentary sign language. All of us also do diving because we work in the neutral buoyancy laboratory. And so we use the same sign language that divers use, which is, so again, not like a standard sign language that they do, American Sign Language, right? But yes. Right. And the second question that you asked, I have to admit that I've had a little beverage.
Have you not been using us? We've all had beverages. So how long does it take to get to the space station?
Oh yeah, how long does it take? So it can be under a day. It can take hours to get there.
Wow.
But we personally in the shuttle did not do it that fast because we don't need to, and also because we had just lost the vehicle Columbia, so we wanted to do a checkout of our vehicle and make sure all the tiles and the wing leading edges were safe before we docked with the International Space Station. But the Soyuz can dock to the space station in less than a day, so it's very possible to do that. But it took us 3 days. So on the third day we docked and we were welcome on board.
I have a third question. It's kind of racy.
Laura,
thank you, Dr. Laura.
I have a third question. I got one more. If it's Mile High Club for
Oh.
Is it Galaxy Quest? What's the name for it? What is it? What's the name for
It's
SpaceX?
you. Now, I mean, these folks are our brothers and sisters, so we've trained together, but all of, I had a husband and daughter, and so most of it's like a ooh factor. No,
Space station. People in the space
like,
station.
it's people who I would respect and we're colleagues, and I would never think of doing that in space.
It's
Now,
fake.
that being said, there are a couple of people that are married, so they can go for that.
It doesn't have a name.
That piggybacks on a question I have. If you're done.
Piggyback, that's right.
That was going to be my question, just so you know. But I have a few questions. One,
Yes.
if there is some sort of romance or some, interest in space, is there a place that you could be like intimate? Like, do you have sex in space?
Again, back to the
I know.
my colleagues, and so I think of it a lot like the same as my office that I work in now, where we treat each other with a lot of respect and care. And we have been working with each other for a long time. But
no,
yeah,
I get what you're saying. I do, but I'm
Yeah.
saying there's people that are not attached, who want to have some fun in space. I guess is that possible?
I think
Everything's
for
possible.
future tourists, maybe. I think there's this possibility pretty soon of tourism in space, and they're talking about having the Bigelow inflatable hotel type of system, and that could be a way better Mile High Club. When my student asked how you go to the bathroom in space, and literally that question got me my job.
That's right.
When that student asked that question, I probably flushed bright red. I was not good with talking about bodily functions. Like,
Yes.
I was an earth science teacher, an astronomy teacher, not a biology teacher. And I think having my daughter, I can now talk about poop and pee and not even flinch. I still get a little bit of a blush on when we come to other subjects.
I would just like to hear your thoughts on girls and women, being in positions of power.
Thank you.
I think that we're definitely seeing a shift. I love that both parents are involved. We need male and female champions.
Right.
But we, as we all know, if you see it, you can believe that you can become it. So Sally Ride was that for me.
Right.
And I'm sure Michelle Obama is that for many other young girls of color. And I think that the more that we show women in power and positions of leadership, that we'll see that shift. And I'm really encouraged this year as we watched the Democratic the opponents all open up. There were so many women available. Now,
Yes.
we don't see that a woman has emerged as the leader there, but I also am very encouraged that we'll see a vice president, and that would be huge. And so I think
Absolutely.
that it's just, we're going to keep seeing that, right? We'll keep seeing women lead. We see it already internationally.
Right.
And they're doing a great job.
All right. So Dottie, I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you have any tips for those of us who are in a little less of a, universal isolation, meaning you got to be in space and see beautiful things, and some of us are just seeing the same four walls?
Yeah, some of the tips that helped us through our 15 days in space, and I think even now, is one, keeping a routine, but keeping the routine and then adding in some things that make each day fun. So one of the things that we love on orbit is that we get wake up music, but it's not every crew member gets it every day. So you're not sure if it's your day yet. And so it's so exciting to hear the song Wake You Up. But then we do have a pretty prescribed day, and it's a lot like our calendar, and I think routine is important. I also think that looking for beauty. So in space, we look out at the windows, but we can't be outside unless we're a spacewalker, and I wasn't one of the spacewalkers. So we can't be outside, but you are looking out, and the same with our windows. And I'm hoping people are still walking and getting outdoors safely. We're lucky here in Seattle. It's been spring and we get like a plethora of flowers, but I just think there's so much beauty around us, whether it's sunrise, sunset, a rainstorm, a beautiful, the colors that are transitioning, whatever it is. So look for beauty. And maybe even keep like a scrapbook of it, because essentially that's what astronauts do. We take pictures of everything and then we send it back to Earth. So keeping those
cool.
Memorabilia.
That's very cool.
Connecting with the people that you love that are with you. So I'm isolated with my husband and daughter. But if you're all alone, also make sure that you're connecting with people virtually. So this has been a great virtual Zoom. I know that we can get burned out on all the virtual stuff, but again, maybe on a walk, talking with people. When I was in orbit, it was really important. We kept a list of all the people that trained us, because these are people that day in and day out give their life and effort to us, and yet they're never celebrated. And so we wanted to pay it back to them and call them on orbit. And as well as our family, calling them on orbit, which is pretty fun, popping into someone teaching class. My sister's a high school teacher in Chicago, Illinois. So I popped into one of her classes and talked to her while I was on orbit. So I think it's really important to stay connected. Exercise. We had to exercise every other day as a shuttle astronaut. When you live on the space station, you have to exercise for 2 hours every day. Part of that is because it's really critical for your heart and your bones, but exercise, we know, increases like our happiness. And so I've also been exercising both outdoors. I talked to you about hiking and being outdoors, but then also indoors. And there's now with YouTube, there's so much great stuff.
My class, I'm teaching every day.
And apparently, now I haven't done like what Samantha and I think someone else mentioned they had joined TikTok. My daughter is on it, and she is really trying. Yes, I need to learn these dances. Can you imagine the exercise that we could all do? TikToking. So
I don't get it.
Those are to say that like helps us get through these times.
Right.
And a reminder, one extra reminder is remembering that you can do really positive things for others. So I've been writing to elderly people I know. I go to church with my family, but whoever you know who might really be isolated and also be really at risk because of their health. And we've been sending them letters, and my husband delivers groceries. But anything you can do for others, I think, reminds you that we're connected in a much bigger way, and it's such a positive way to give back. So, and laughter. You guys are great at making laughter, and we all need that. So
laughter goes a long way.
Thank you for that.
I want to thank all my wonderful guests tonight: Samantha Bearman, Madalena Fossatti. I want to thank also Laura Hayden and and Jennifer Goodman for joining us, and also my wonderful cousin, Dottie Metcalf-Lindenberger. Thank you all for sharing tonight. We're all together. We all need to laugh, and as healing. So thank you for watching this podcast, and hopefully it will go on. And I'm Carol Metcalf-Roth. Good night.
Are you tired of living in quarantine? Do you find yourself lacking the drive to get things done? Has this pandemic affected your ability to accomplish simple tasks? Are you looking for that little nudge to kick into gear? Well, look no more. Introducing motivational messages, mantras, and meditations by Madalena. You can do it. I know you can. Get out of bed. It's 2:30 in the afternoon. Get up. Get up now. Get out of bed. Put down that device and get up off the couch. Put it down. Put it down now. Log off of Instagram and put down your fucking phone. Put your pants on. Put them on. You can do it. Put on your pants. Come on. One leg at a time. Do it. Fold that towel. Fold it. Fold it. One more fold. You can do it. No, don't walk away. Motivational messages, mantras, and meditations by Madalena. Get the motivation you need to get through the day.